Hey, what's up everybody? Did you know that 96,000 people move to Las Vegas every single year? The question is why? Well, due to the Fed's interest rate hikes have increased the cost of living for many Americans across the country. Americans are now looking to relocate to Las Vegas because of no state income tax, low unemployment, low cost of living, and affordability for housing. We're also the entertainment capital of the world. So if you are thinking about relocating to Las Vegas, we would like to offer you a free Southern Nevada market report and a relocation guide. All you have to do is click on that link below to claim yours today. All right, what's up everybody? Another day, another property home tour, and we are back. We just got done touring the Maple, so if you guys haven't had a chance, go back to the past video and watch this one right here. I think you may like it. I definitely do like the backyard on this one. All right, guys, if this is your first time tuning into this channel, my name's Chakits Krulsawat with Simply Vegas. I'm a licensed real estate agent out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So today we are out here in the Mass Plain community of Summerlin, and we're going to be checking out this home by Richmond American Home. Now, keep in mind, what you see here is not what you get. It's all an upgrade. And this builder is no longer allowing you to spec out the home. They are speccing out the home for you. This is the Cottonwood model. You have an option from 4 to 6 bedrooms, 2.5 bath to 4 bath. It does start off at 2,240 square feet, but you can literally take it up to 2,370 square feet, just really depending on the option that the builder had picked for you, okay? As you can see, this is the 2-car garage. And I believe this is elevation B with the stack stone. Here we do have a courtyard that is all paved, and then we have some stucco here along the wall. All right, now let's go inside. Let's see what we have with this model. The price here, okay, depending on how the builder specs this out, it's going to be anywhere from about $880,000 to about $900,000, okay? Now, I'm saying that's if the builder specs it out, depending on how they spec it out. And they do have 3 standing inventories that is ready to go by the end of the year. So if you want to know more about that, wait till the end of the video. We'll get you more information on HOA, SIDS, and LIDs, and all that good stuff. Very unique floor plan. You know what? Let's go out to the back. So we have a 12-foot vinyl slide. These are all aluminum slides. Not your top tier slides, but covered patio. We have the full extension here. Landscape, very low maintenance, well done. I've noticed the Wi-Fi out here is not that great. Not the Wi-Fi, but the signal. Give me a second, guys. It's like, come on. Somebody says, damn, Chakits, man, you need the bowl. All right, my boys are asking me to go bowling tonight. So I'm actually on a bowling league, but I've been bowling like twice a week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And honestly, I don't want to say I'm getting bored, but I don't know if I could bowl 2 nights a week anymore. But also I want to disappoint these people, but I'm going to have to text them back like, all right, I guess I'll be there. Sometimes I feel like it's just a waste of time. I'm like so immersed with this real estate, with the business, and we got just so much stuff just going on where it's just like, I feel like I just don't have time for anything. And plus I've added, gym to my life, like almost like 5 days a week. Oh, this is actually a Goodman system. I actually thought it was a Lennox, but believe it or not, Goodman, okay, is like the equivalent of driving a Honda Sonata. But with a Honda Sonata, believe it or not, what you get for the price with all the bells and the whistles is a very good price. So the quality is still there, But brine wise, brine recognition is not there. If I had a option, depending on the level of the home, if I bought this type of home, a Goodman, I would rather have that than probably a Lennox. Okay, now if I was building a multi-million-dollar home, I would not run these systems whatsoever. I'd probably have a Train system versus a Carrier or a Lennox brand or a Bryant brand. Okay, because those are the kind of things that are top tier at that level. Because I tell you, I see some of these luxury buyers, they don't even have like Control 4. I mean, they just don't have stuff. But this is why it's very important to work with an agent that does not only understand construction, but also understand quality material and top tier stuff, right? I always say this, same analogy, this is like cars. Like when a guy or girl walks up to a car, they know like all the bells and whistles to the car. Like I'm a watch guy, like I can just tell you what kind of watch, the type of movement that watch is, how much it is, right? Why is it worth that much? It's the same thing with houses. And that's another thing. I'm starting to fall in love with racing. Because, I mean, I've just been doing this like, 14 going on 15 years nonstop. People are like, you need to get a hobby. I'm like, dude, I don't really have a hobby, but just, selling real estate. I mean, this is what I love to do. But I think I've kind of found something. Right here, okay? This will happen. This right here is a striker plate. This striker plate prevents this casing. So there's two ways to fix this. This casing should have been moved over about 1/4 of an inch, so that way this is not hitting. Okay? See that? The second option is you got to get a longer striker plate, so that way you don't have that problem. We have an 8-foot door, 9-foot ceilings here. We have some upgraded cabinets, 42 light rail with the lights underneath. But then we have some custom front cabinets here. On this one, they also did the dovetails. But the cabinets, as you can see, they're split like this. You're going to get this type of split. The problem is this: when you buy a home, the home has to get acclimated, right, to the weather. So you got to run it through its full cycle, hot and cold, right? Winter and summer. This right here could actually be fixed. It has to be puttied and it has to be repainted. You're going to get this, especially with this type of cabinet, this cornering. Something to be aware of. We have a dual basin sink here, okay? That's undermounted. We're going to have some soft closing cabinets. We got some upgrades on the hand pulls. But remember, a lot of this stuff that you see, guys, it does not come with the house. You can no longer build out this house, okay? Whatever's available, that's about 30 days to the completion. You can go look at the home, then that's what the builder's selling at that time, okay? Grout lines here. Problem with this grout lines, you're going to get a lot of this grout crack here. There's a lot of movement going on in this house. We got a dent on the refrigerator. This is most important. Look at your refrigerator. Any dents like this right here, once you sign off, you're done. Okay, you're not getting a brand new refrigerator. We got 2 ovens. We got a crown, which is really nice. A lot of can lighting. Don't like this type of can lighting. This one we got some surround sounds. We've got the doorbell alarm system, or actually the horn for the alarm. Here we have our thermostat here. Bedroom downstairs, utilized as an office. I mean, pretty decent size. This is probably a 12 by 10, which is kind of standard now for builders. But this could be utilized for guests. Here we have the 2-car garage. Then we have 3/4 bath. Now, as you can see how small this room is. The color tile and the color paint makes this whole room look more murky than anything, okay? Which is very dark. Now, when it comes to paint, they do make all types of paint. The technology behind the paint, some of this could actually be insulation, right? They actually make paint that really insulates, especially on the exterior of your house, okay? Another thing right here, we have a 1-inch bull nose. This is like a thin piece of aluminum or something, right? I forget the type of material. These corners bend pretty easy. Like once you hit it, it literally bends. I don't know if you can see that or not. So you need to check all this. That's going to be important. They're all like that. So as soon as you bend this, there's really nothing that you can do. Upgraded on the rail, structural. All right, we're going to go straight up. So in this one, we have the standard generic carpets here, but the padding on here that they put to offset the carpet. So we got a loft. So we got a bedroom downstairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had the option for this for 6, remember? So we're going to start off on this side here. 9-foot ceilings. If you can get the 9-foot ceilings, that's great. Some builders will charge you for the 9-foot ceilings. They'll charge you with the door too as well. 9-foot ceilings, believe it or not, on the second floor, on the first floor, gets pretty pricey for the structural. Also, when you're going through a new home build, one of the things that you need to be aware of is that when you're going through your design, sometimes a builder may say you need to put 10%, or let's just say 10% of the deposit, right, of your options. So if you're going through the design build of a home, you're going to the design studio, you spend $100,000. They're going to want 10% up front to order all the materials, so that's $10,000. Also, read the fine print, because that could also include structural options. And I ran through this case a couple times. Oh, that needs to be repainted and done. Oh, why is this dirty? So, let's say you buy a home, the structure, base price is $500,000. Then you pick a lot, lot's $10,000. You do structural, another $40,000. You go to the design studio, you spend another $100,000, but they say they need 10%, right, of options. Does that options include not only design studio of $100,000, but $40,000 for structural and another $10,000? So now it's $150,000, and you're thinking you only had to come up with 10% of $100,000, which is $10,000, but now it's $15,000. That's why it is so important that you work with a real estate agent that can help and walk you through this whole process and ask the questions that you won't know. Look, guys, I got your back. This is what I've been doing. Nobody does not know more about real estate than I do. But I understand sometimes you may hire somebody else that you've seen on YouTube, because there's a lot of other YouTubers out there that is doing the same thing that I'm doing, and that is okay. And I understand why you didn't call me. Number one, you think I'm just too busy, or it's just probably my style. I could be a little bit too edgy for you, and that's okay. Just take the information and run with it. But obviously, I want to earn your business, because I put in the hard work. I feel like I deserve a shot. And nobody does not care more than I do. Check out the reviews. It's not what I say about myself, it's about what others say about me. I do like this bathroom though, it's nice and open, it is all an upgrade. But I can tell you what, they definitely need to clean this place because it is a little bit dirty here, guys. The countertops. This is a granite countertop, which is actually very nice. And I love granite. What's nice about granite is it's cool to the touch. But the problem with granite is this. You may be looking at this slab here in this beautiful slab. But then you get the same type of slab from the same cut. But then that cut could have stuff like this. I don't know if you see it, where it's like yellow and brown, right? And that's another thing you have to be prepared for. Attic access inside the closet, which is a plus. Very tiny closet, which takes away from, or the bathroom takes away from the closet. Here's your water closet here. Not bad. All right. Let's go down here. Get a different look. Now, if you guys haven't seen the other model, check out the other model as well. All right, so we got 3 lots available. So we have lot 81, and the total price on here is $853,950. It is elevation B, and the square footage on here is 2,310 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath with a 2-car garage. Now, this lot right here has a city and strip view. Oh, mountain views as well. Now, lot 14 is the 2450 floor plan, and it is elevation C, and it has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, has a balcony with the mountain view, so that's probably going to be facing more west. And this is lot 14, and the price all in right now is at $864,950. Now, lot number 2, the asking price is $879,806, and that is the 2310 floor plan, and that's also the square footage. It is 4 bedrooms, 3 bath with a 2-car garage. This one right here has city and mountain views right off the balcony. So some of the incentives, right, for this month alone, if you decided to buy one of these spec properties today, they have a couple options here. And the option is the 2-1 buy down. Now, it looks like the 2-1 buy down, so for the first year is 3.999% interest rate, and then the second year will be at 4.999. Then the third year would be 5.999 for the life of the loan. So depending if you do the 15 or the 30 year. Now, the option 2, you can actually do the 30-year fixed at 5.5%, right? So that's totally up to you. It seems like the 5.5% is probably the better option. Now, I want to talk about the HOAs here. Now, I feel like the HOAs are a little bit high. They are asking $185 a month. That includes the master plan community of Summerlin. Now, this is a gated community. Now, one thing that you also have to understand is when you buy here in Summerlin, you also have SIDs and LIDs, right? Here we have SID, which stands for Special Improvement District, and you're going to make a biannually, so this is every 6 months. You're going to be paying $404.80. However, the balance is roughly about $13,000 until it's paid off. The good news is that if you ever decide to sell it, you can try to transfer it over to the next buyer. Sometimes the buyer may ask for you to pay that off. Now, going to the amenities, like I mentioned, this is a gated community. The community parks with grass areas and picnic areas as well. And you are nearby Bluebird Park in Summerlin, but that's currently under construction right now. It does have playgrounds and shaded areas where you can sit down and relax. Now, another park here looks like we have the Grand Park that's currently under construction. This will have like a baseball field, softball, basketball. Looks like you have some climbing playground structural areas and a splash pad for the kids. Don't forget pickleball as well. And it looks like there's a station for exercising, playground, and shaded seating areas. Now, the lot size are roughly going to be about 4,000 square feet. So that's going to be 40 wide by 100 deep. That's the average. Now, the incentives here, looks like they got some more incentives. That is, if you close between now by the end of the year. And that's only for these three models that are currently available for sale. Now, the three models that I just mentioned, okay, you actually have the Cottonwood and the one in back of me, which is I totally forgot the name of the model. So it's not a standing inventory that they are trying to sell. And one thing that I want you to understand is that right now, okay, Richmond American Homes is no longer allowing you to spec out homes, which is kind of horrible because I had a conversation with the salesperson. Well, if you look at Richmond American Homes, they also specialize in higher price point homes. I'm talking about homes that are 4,000 square feet and up. So you have the Roberts model, which is one of my favorite models. It's a single story. It's over 4,000 square feet with a next gen, and it's unbelievable. You also have the Rocco model too as well. And I asked her, I was like, if I'm buying that type of home, I prefer to spec it out myself. And she says, yes, you're absolutely right. So they may be making some changes in the near future. Now, going to this, okay, incentives must purchase and close before December 31st. Option 1 is a 30-year fix with a buy down, FHA or VA at 5%, or if you went conventional, 5.5%. Okay, and it says high balance loans over $766,000, right, at a 5.75% on an FHA and a VA, 6.5% on a conventional. Okay, now you have to keep in mind these homes up here are hitting like literally the high 800s for the Cottonwood model, which I remember before in the past, you can buy the same model for about $450,000 in Cadence. But obviously home pricing has gone up for brand new homes. However, I feel like I cannot justify paying a couple $100,000 more for the piece of dirt. But again, that's just my opinion. You know, Summerlin is a very unique and it's a very desirable location. But being in the industry for so long, I cannot see myself paying almost double or even triple the price for the same type of home. Basically, what you're really paying for is the dirt. Now, options number 2, 30-year fix plus closing costs, 2% of the base price towards closing costs, FHA VA at 5.5%, conventional at 5.9%. High balance loans over 766 at 6.125% on FHA and VA, 7.5 on conventional. Option number 3, the 2-1 buy down that we just talked about, okay? And option number 2 is the 2-1 buy down with a closing cost assistance, basically 2% towards closing costs. So if you do the closing costs, you have FHA at 4.2% on the first year, and then 5.25 on the second, 6.25 on year 3 until the loan is finished. But then you may wonder, why would I do that? Well, because if you feel that rates should actually drop, then at that point, you would refinance. However, I don't know if rates will drop. So the question is, would you rather do the 2-1 buy down and save money on the first year, possibly in the second year, but then pay 6.25%, then try to refinance out of that deal into rates right now where you can actually, believe it or not, get at 5% negotiating with a lot of these builders, because a lot of these builders, what they are doing now is basically they're buying a bulk of loans one time. So what they do, and what I mean by this, is that they get together with the bank and they say, hey, look, we're going to spend $40 million for a chunk of money, and we're going to hold on to that money, right? And they're taking that money and they're using it and applying it towards the consumers like yourself for a good buy down rate. So I would probably, instead of doing the 2-1 buy down, I would rather get that fixed rate and try to get it at, 5.5% or at 5.25%. Unfortunately, you're probably going to have to pay for your own closing costs. So you're going to be paying it for the back end or the front end. If you're going to stay in the long term, right now, I would probably end up just paying the closing costs myself and getting the lowest rate as possible and trying to lock in. Okay. Now, qualifications, it says here. 680 credit score on FHA and VA. 780 now on a conventional. You need a 780 now on a conventional to get financing with their lender. Wow. Now, this is for owner-occupants, right? The other thing is a minimum down payment, FHA 3.5% and 10% on conventional. Another thing right here, if you are a real estate agent, they are saying that if you bring over a buyer, you're getting 2%. And that's probably going to be 2% of the base price, so keep that in mind. Another thing, earnest money deposits, 2% of the total sales price when financing as a primary residence. Okay, 10% of the base price when financing as a secondary or an investment property. As far as for an investment property, guys, I do not think this makes sense. If it was me, I would not buy this home. However, if you love Summerlin and you love this area and you're willing to pay the price and you're going to stay long term, by all means, then buy it. Okay? Everybody's financial situation is completely different from one person to another. Well, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. If you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, I would like to apologize. I have not been doing video home tours for some time, and I need to get back on track. I understand. And this is where the accountability is, right? Also, don't forget to check out our second channel too as well, where we do more Las Vegas vlog style. We start to share things about Las Vegas and also my personal life, if you guys are interested. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Other than that, until next time, I wish you guys nothing but the best, and be blessed, folks. If you guys want to check out all our video home tours, we have over 1,800 video home tours. Just go ahead and click on this video right here. If you guys are in the market and you want to purchase a home and want to get started, visit lvhomeexperts.com. Scan this QR code right now. Also, if you guys just love real estate and want to get into real estate, go ahead and subscribe to our second channel. Until next time, peace.